The 2K.
Excited to have you in the house with us on 2K.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, direct your attention to center court. Now to present the most valuable player, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver.
To the great fans here tonight, to the first-class organization, and to an all-star group of teammates, you are the NBA most valuable player. Congratulations.
Welcome, everyone. The regular season is in the books. The battle for the East begins. Round one, game one. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We've got the Milwaukee Bucks and the home team. You look at the home team. In a 7-game series, they have the home crowd advantage. You can feel it in the air, guys. But will they be able to start the series with the win?
And while I expect them to win this game and potentially win big, this is a team that really plays well on their home floor. And if they do that, they can really set the tone for this series.
Well, we'll see if they can capitalize. I mean, that's what you work hard all regular season for. To have the advantage of game one in your building. I'm with you there. I think you've got to give them the early nod as favorites.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Greg Monroe is out there with Plumlee. And it's Carter Williams in at the point. And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Mr. Moves passes the ball. Here's Mr. Moves. 5 on the clock. Inside. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
That's an efficient start for them off.
Mark, that's what you like to.
Now here's Carter Williams. Deflected. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Better not start a trend because they just handed him.
Misses the layup.
Well, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning too.
But guys, the pass for me, even better. He absolutely put that on a platter for him.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Carter Williams hits them both. Gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Baller passes to Cool Hands. Hutchinson. But they recover it. Pass to Cool Hands, and he gets it to go.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
Yeah, and watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
That's good. Assist goes to. Gone 0 of 2 from DT.
Get outside, get outside.
Mr. Moves passes to Cool Hands, and he gets it to go.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense. He's got the A-game rolling tonight.
Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Monroe's got his first points of the night.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
That is good. And that's now 6 points for Cool Hands.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
The defense keeps coming up short. Just no solution for Cool Hands. He's already got 9 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And was it a good one? Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
On the pass to Ball. Hits it from three-point range. Ball's got 5 points so far.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I briefly spoke with Jason Kidd. He talked about how important this game is to them because it sets the tone for the rest of the series, saying to win or lose, what is important in this opening game is that we play tough, we play smart, and we let them know they're in for a heck of a fight with us. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Bucks making a change here. Parker's checked in.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's Mr. Moves after the basket by Milwaukee. Passes the ball. Here's Cool Hands. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And jumper, and he recovers it. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Here's Middleton. 8 points for him. Pass to Monroe. He dishes it to Carter Williams. In the corner, Middleton with it. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Middleton's got 10 points in the game. Gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
All alone, throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there. They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical, dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Carter Williams dishes to Monroe. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Hutchinson. And down it goes just as the clock hit 0.
How about the timing?
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. The home team up 10. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
We've got Chandler. Baller is out there with cool hands. Then there's Baller, and it's Mr. Moves in at the 1 spot. And for Milwaukee, at the 2 and the 3 are Mayo and Parker. John Henson out there with Monroe. And it's Carter Williams in at the 1. Screen by Monroe. Mayo, the pass to Monroe. Can't cash in from the high post.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
In a moment now to show you some of the league's leaders from the regular season. This time, the top rebounders at the small forward position. You take a look at Baller, one of the game's best, second in the league.
There are plenty of above-average rebounders at his position, but he is way above average.
Well, it's about his instincts, excellent instincts, and he uses his speed really well to beat bigger guys to the right spots, establish good position, and then haul in those boards.
Power down with both hands.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Carter Williams kicks to Mayo.
Hey, Greg, post up.
Lets it go from 14. Misses off the left iron. To the left wing. Baller passes to Mr. Moves. Here's Cool Hands. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Miles Plumlee's checked in for the Bucks. Bayless comes in for Michael Carter Williams. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator. But I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over that last break. He focused on their offense and said to his guys, make the extra pass. Don't try to play hero ball and do it by yourself. That ends up leading to bad shots. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Here is Bayless. Kicks to Plumlee. Out left to the wing. Dishes it to Bayless. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Shot by Mayo is no good. Gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Plumlee with the steal. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. No one near Mayo as he lets it go. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
There's a good screen. Here's Hutchinson. Doubled by Henson. Fires from 14. Good. And that's 17 points for Cool Hands.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Cool Hands really making a difference here.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
And Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Bucks trail by 14. Now Bayless. Plumlee with the screen. Here's Mayo. Off target from the wing.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hutchinson, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
Here's Bayless. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Lots of room. And Jared Bayless, the bucket on the assist from Antetokounmpo.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Chandler a screen. We've got 1:18 left now here in the second. Here's Hutchinson, down to 5 on the shot clock. Baller passes to Cool Hands. He trains it as the 6 here in this quarter.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
Poked a huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
How about the excitement right now that he's playing the game with? I love it.
He capped that dunk off with some serious hang time on the rim.
I tell you what, he just couldn't contain himself on that one.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Clock at 4. From deep three-point range, the long-distance 3 is buried. Baller's got 9.
They're hovering around 50% for the game in three-pointers. That's pretty good. But they've really elevated here in the second quarter.
Mayo into the lane. Can't cash in from close range.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Really just a...
So as we conclude
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny, taking a look at this home squad. Boy, have they ever started this series off on the right foot. They've thrown... And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game.
And we're back to the action here in this round 1 matchup. You look at Cool Hands in this game, he's been everywhere.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
Mr. Moves out there with Baller. And it's Cool Hands, and it's Chandler, and it's Baller, and at the small forward position. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his second personal foul.
For Milwaukee, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Taking 2 shots.
That one is off. And he sinks the second. Gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Boom, he jams it straight down.
I tell you what, did he take off on that one? Not many players can elevate it and literally fly. What a special talent, and it's plays like that that remind me just how amazing these athletes are in the NBA. And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Well, looking back at the regular season now at the leaderboard of the highest scoring small forwards. These guys putting up the offense trying to get their teams to the playoffs. You take a look at Baller, second in the league, having an excellent season.
You know, call him whatever you want. The bottom line is he just finds a way to score. And when he gets going, he can tear the rest of the NBA to shreds.
Well, there's no question he is the priority for any defense they're up against. He's impossible to shut down entirely, so you just want to slow him down from his spot on the wing.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Here's Mr. Moves. He's guarded by Plumlee. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Hutchinson. Shot is off. The Bucks go the other way with it, and the ball goes up. Out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. Here's Mr. Moves. He's got 15. Off the pick.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Middleton dishes to Monroe. Back to Middleton. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Middleton's got 6 in the quarter.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
They double him with Middleton. Here's Mr. Moves. Carter Williams covering. Puts it up from 17. Middleton for 3. Another miss by Middleton.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Mr. Moves. He's got 17.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple. Good passing and moving the ball around.
Henson checked in for Plumlee.